Hey guys, I'm getting ready to watch the game. If you guys are watching the game, or just want to hear about the game and can't watch it right now, this is a great place to come watch it. We just talk football. We talk about anything. Can't wait to uh, see you guys. Oh, we got Taylor Heineke starting Washington. But I figured I'd do the last game of the day just so that that way we could talk about the other games as well. Bills, I'm surprised that was a close game. I thought Bills were going to crush them. Let's see. Uh, right now, it looks like the Rams just are finishing up what's going to be a win against Seattle. That's a shock, especially with Aaron Donald going out in that game. Cooper Kupp, the QB. They had to put in Jared Goff, who has just had thumb surgery, things like that. So, yeah, here's kickoff. Are you ready, boys and girls? All right, kickoff. Washington has deferred, so I'm so used to calling him the other name that I'm not going to say here because it is racist. Oh, he slips on the return, but he still gets all the way to the 20. That was a nice kick all the way to the 1. Fielded at the 1. That was nice kickoff. So we got Brady, 42nd most in NFL. Um, or yeah, the oldest quarterback to throw a pass in a playoff game, Tom Brady. Of course, he's going to play till he's like 65 at this rate. His goal is 45. I'm not sure if there's even an age limit, but eventually he won't be able to play. I don't know when that is. He's still at the top of his game. Well, not top of his game, but he's still an elite level one of the better quarterbacks. I feel like. Well, he should be with these weapons. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Ronald Jones, Ronald Jones the second, Cameron Brate, Rob Gronkowski. Those are all his weapons. Great, an all right O line. They've been injured quite a bit. Wirfs is a good pickup from the draft. All right, Brady to pass. All right, feel free to comment. Feel free to comment on this game or playoff in general. So yeah, guys, already penalty on the defense. Number 29, Kendall Fuller. Oh, he's on the Chiefs last year. I remember him more as a Bear, Chicago Bear. And yes, I've changed my logo. I'm not going to go into much into it. It's a lot more simple design. I left my remote somewhere. Oh, I gotta turn it down because otherwise I'm gonna get in trouble. Copyright if you guys can hear it. I don't. All right, now I can hear it, but you guys can't. It's the way I'm supposed to have it legally. I mean, I would be showing this game like on this, but it's if it weren't for copyright. You know I would. I guess some people are watching it on Nickelodeon. I'm well. One of the games is I think it's this game. It will be on Nickelodeon, but I'm watching it on the NBC. Oh. For Leonard Fournette, they didn't even show him in the starting lineup. But I guess he just had to carry. He was a beast in the playoffs back with when Jacksonville made it. Dude, he carried that offense, carried time of possession as well. Look for Fournette, but Chase Young is going to be a beast. That entire D line is good. Chase Young, Montez Sweat, or not Montez Sweat, something or other Sweat. Montez Sweat is a quarterback, I believe. But Sweat, and uh, I don't know why I can't remember his first name. Sweat and Chase Young are beasts, but right now it's not looking like Brady gets rid of the ball so quickly. It's gonna be tough for them to get to him, especially with the weapons that are always one of them's gonna be open. Darby couldn't even pick that off. Wow, he almost jumped the route. Darby almost jumped the route. Look out for that. I gotta look up that guy now, because I remember he was a pretty high draft pick. So, yeah, it is Montez Sweat. All right, I was right the first time. I second guessed myself. Defensive ends are great on that team. And they got Jonathan Allen at D tackle. Dude, they have a bunch of young guys that are just killer at the D line. But it's gonna be tough against Fournette and Jones, Ronald Jones Jr. or the second. I don't know what he goes by. It says has numericals, Roman numerals instead of Junior. So. Oh, Fournette. What a that was a nice spin move he had there. Powerful spin move. 3rd and 3, uh, at about the 12 for Tampa Bay. Brady taking forever to pass it. He gets to throw it in the back of the end zone, and they'll settle for a field goal by the looks of it. 4th and 3, and they actually hit Brady. Nice. The more banged up you get the older guys, the better come playoff time. He's Brady flopped. Or he's just not strong enough to stand up, I guess. The real Brady can't stand up. All you do is tap him. He's so beat up over the course of his career. Dude, last year they lost to Tennessee, who which is surprising. He lost to Tennessee. He had no weapons, though. Dude, the Patriots did not make the playoffs this year. I guess Brady is more important than Belichick. They held him to a field goal. I'm kind of pleased with that. I did pick the Tampa Bay to win, and that was with Alex Smith, but Alex Smith is out, so inactive. Smith isn't even a backup. And so, yeah. Dude, did you see that hit by Wagner in the Seahawks game against the quarterback, Wolford? Dude, some people said it was dirty, but I'm like, dude, the guy didn't slide. He dove. If you're diving for extra yards, you're still a runner unless you slide. So, I mean, I thought it was a fair hit to prevent those extra yards because he was trying to go for a short yardage gain for a first down. Yeah, he was trying to get past the line of scrimmage. Like, nope, you're not getting those extra yards. I mean, people will complain about a lot of things. And by the way, I'm rooting against Brady, but I'm picking him to win. So some aspects. So either way, I win. I'm either right or I get what I want. Let's see what I wrote down in my book. I wrote down some scores. Oh, I wrote them in this. So it'll be. I picked 27-17 Tampa Bay in this one. Rams, I was way off. I mean, I was a combined total of. I picked Indy to lose 17-28. I was 1 point off with the Bills. I mean, like, I was only like 8 points off of what I was thinking in terms of the total points and 8 points off on the deficit. So yeah. Oh, they're showing Brett Favre. No way. He's picking Aaron Rodgers to go to the Super Bowl. Who would have thunk that Brett Favre would say he's picking Aaron Rodgers to go all the way? Oh, Brady. I don't like Brady. It's time to retire, dude. It's time to give another player a shot. I don't even think he's like. And this team, I feel like carried him. So, oh, Bradley Pinion, former punter of the 49ers, and I'm a big Niner fan, so kind of pissed off about the injuries, but you know. Oh, dude, really? Did they put Heineke in? Well, at least it's not Haskins. They got rid of Haskins. The guy was irresponsible, not a good leader, toxic, and he wasn't that good anyway. He didn't. Haskins could have bid something had he put the work into it. He could have been starting in a playoff game if it weren't for his bad behavior and just not. People, a lot of players on that team, like even Smith, who's a great leader, said that this guy didn't put any effort in, near as much effort as he should have if he wanted to be a good quarterback. He had all this talent in the world, and they got Antonio Gibson down. So it's second and long for the Washington football team. Why can't we just come up with a mascot for them? I do not know. The owner was said even if they made the playoffs this year, that they'd keep the name Washington football team. Like, what the hell are you doing? Just come up with a name. So what? Next thing we know, we got the Washington baseball team or the Washington basketball team. It's just bored. It's way too generic. Oh, he's passing. This is his first ever playoff pass, I'm assuming. Oh, you could. Oh, it was so close to being caught by Sims. That was a beauty. That thing's. I'm surprised. That was almost a beautiful catch, but wow, that thing sailed like crazy. Oh, he had his hands on it. He should have caught it twice. He had two chances to catch that, but he was in midair each time. Probably anticipating a hit. Didn't he Terry McLaurin? Is he even in the game today? Is he active? I wonder. I think he is. He's their go-to guy. Yeah, McLaurin just got a hit. Just got a catch, but it's not for enough for a first down. But he's so fast, dude, and catches everything. He's like their best offensive weapon. Probably is. A lot of QBs can pass to him. It's kind of like you put George Kittle out there for the 49ers, and he makes the quarterback better than he actually is. If that makes sense, because they have such good hands and stuff. Or it's like DK Metcalf. Well, no, I wouldn't say that. This year, 49ers would have had way worse quarterback play if it weren't for his weapons known as George Kittle and Brandon. It's that kind of thing. Like they have horrible QBs, but a horrible QB roster. Maybe Alex Smith is good, but was once good. But McLaurin has carried that offense. I feel like, and when he's out, they just don't move the ball. I don't get the Baker Mayfield commercials. I think I like the guy though. I think he's got the pedigree to be a good quarterback. I still remember that press conference. He said, they asked him a question of some sort, and his answer had nothing to do with the question. When he said, "Well, oh yeah," they asked, "How have you handled the media?" And he's like, "Mama didn't raise no wuss." I thought it was the most hilarious thing ever. And then he said some other things too. Oh, recently this season, there was a press conference where he said, where they asked him, "How are you making these smarter decisions?" And he said, "Well, think of the dumbest thing you could do in in a given situation. Yeah, don't do that." I'm like, dude, how would an actual press conference? But I think it's that competitive nature and that kind of toughness to him that he tries to at least tries to portray. Um, I can respect. Just weird answers at press conferences, especially when the team is failing. So, but I think he hates losing is part of why he's so irritated with the media. Even when he's winning, he's like, I don't want to talk about it. I want my head in the game. So, I think he has that winner's mentality. Baker Mayfield. Now, I heard Brett Favre say it's going to be like 20 times harder for Baker Mayfield to win against an experienced coach when he doesn't have his coach. Um, Stefanski's out. 2 other coaches are out. I think a few players are out. And that's going to be tough. Oh, look, Jack Del Rio, former Raiders coach and head coach of Jacksonville for a while. Brian Leftworth. This is interesting. They work together, I guess. Just on now they're on separate sidelines. Oh, nice tackle, Chase Montez Sweat got him. Number 90, Montez Sweat. Oh, Wirfs. I like that name. I think he's out of Georgia. He's a no tackle. He's a new guy in the NFL. He's a rookie. He might not have been a starter if it weren't for a lot of injuries on that O line. Is it third down though? We don't know. I think it should be third down in inches right there, or one. Probably doesn't make that big of a difference, but Tampa Bay already approaching the 50, 10 yards away from that. And after the Washington football team, I'm just going to start calling them Washington just because I don't want to say the whole name. It's too lengthy. Washington went 3 and out. And they did get the first down on the last play, so it's second down and about 5 for Tampa. So, yeah. I'm just chilling, hoping some people join. If I don't get any viewers by like the 30-minute mark, I think I'm done. Oh yeah, Chase Young. Yeah, Chase Young called out Tom Brady, number 99 on Washington, straight up Ohio State, number 2 overall pick. Dude, the guy's a beast. He's like immediate impact, just like I wouldn't say he's Bosa level, Nick Bosa of the 49ers, because Bosa took him to a Super Bowl and carried that D line. Completely turned the team around defensively, and we were lost without him this year. But he's up there with like the Ohio State defensive ends are just defensive linemen in general along with some of their safe. In general, their defensive lines are really high. Are really really good. The Bosa brothers and like I mean, there's just been so many. I could look it up right now. I'll wait till commercial break. But all right. Oh, incomplete. Wow. 4th and 9 for Brady. They're gonna have to punt for the first time this game. Brady is punting, and they have a 3-0 lead currently. So, um, they have a good running back history too. Dobbins has done well this year. Um, let's see positions. Oh, they got Curtis Samuel. They got J.K. Dobbins and Ezekiel Elliott. I know that. Carlos Hyde, Denzel Ward. But I'm looking for their D lineman. Oh, here we go. Sam Hubbard has been decent. He was a. Oh, Von Bell's a good defender. Yeah, they've had good defensive picks. Um, what are some other ones? Malik Hooker's. Oh, Paris Campbell is a good receiver. Bradley Roby. I guess defensive ends. Oh yeah, they got Joey Bosa. They got um. Let's see. Jonathan Hankins is a big one. He good D tackle. Um. Jalen Holmes, haven't heard of. Michael Thomas is a good receiver for them. Marshawn Lattimore, Malcolm Jenkins, 3 guys that are on that team that we know that are big, all on one team. The Saints. Cameron Hayward. Cameron Hayward's another big one. So the Bosa brothers, Hayward, Chase Young. Oh, Terry McLaurin went there. I did not know that. Carlos Hyde, I knew that. Alex Boone, good guard. But yeah, they have a ton of players. They have a ton of notable players. Oh, Malik Jackson. Didn't know place kicker Mike Nugent was in there. Yeah, they've had a lot of good ones. Ohio State's basically had a lot of good players. I don't know how many to count, um, but there are a lot. They've developed good talent other than QBs. I'm not seeing any QBs here that other than like Haskins, but Haskins hasn't paid off. But success-wise, like McLaurin, I'm seeing a lot of good players. Damon Arnett had a decent rookie season, just plagued with injuries and being the only guy there. Yeah, they have had a lot of good things. Bradley Roby is a big one. Okuda, Jeff Okuda had a good rookie season. Corey Lindsey, offensive player, offensive lineman. So yeah, a lot of good players um, that you'll see from Ohio State on these teams. Okay, they're starting on their own 13. It looks like. Well, they're on their own 17 maybe. Got it wrong. And it's Gibson. I'm gonna not be doing this at the 30-minute mark if I don't get any comments. So we got 5 more minutes of this thing. Basically, the end of this possession, I'll stop if I don't get anybody, because that'll be about that time. Oh, Sims catches it. Their first down in the playoffs, and whoever knows how long. Since Alfred Morris was in his prime. What a genius. That was a great throw for a guy who's like a third string just going into the season. Probably picked him off the street or something. Not even off waivers or free agency. He's just like he's been out of football or something. I don't know. He hasn't taken a snap in forever. Why do they have confidence in Taylor Heineke? Oh, because they have to. They don't have Haskins. And Gibbs just got annihilated by Winfield Jr. Antonio Gibson, pretty good. Last week, it was his first game back from injury. The guys had some pretty big games, but it depends on what style of defense they're up against. They're playing the best run defense. Stacked linebacking core, stacked D linemen. I mean, like Ndamukong Suh, Levante David, Pierre-Paul, Jason Pierre-Paul. A few other guys, too, that are just amazing. Oh, intercepted. And Murphy something or other just got with a Murphy hyphen, I call him, because I can't see his last name. I can't pronounce it. So yeah, that's why you don't have faith in Heineke. Oh, that's a late hit there. You don't need to shove him. Oh yeah, Minter, Murphy Bunting, I think is his name. All right, so that's it for this video. I guess I won't be doing lives anymore, and well, for a while. So I'm gonna post this because it was a great start to the game. We went over some other football things, but I'm gonna start just doing recaps because seems to get kind of because no one really wants to join my live streams.